Hey, Troy. Oh, well, I did. I got shot with a nail gun. I'm joking. I didn't get shot with a nail gun, but it looks like I did.
Hey, Troy.
Damn it.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks like I got shot with a nail gun in my arm, and they took blood. I almost punched the bitch in the face. She kept digging and digging and digging. I'll show you. Hold on. Do you see that? What a beastly woman, right? And she just kept digging and digging. And I kept going, did you get it? Did you get it? I was ready to punch her, like fucking punch the shit out of her. But, she got her blood, and apparently they needed more blood. They filled a big vial, and then they came back, and the lady did it on the back of my arm that time, and she got her blood, and then she started my IV, and didn't even leave a bruise. Oh, yeah, she really dug around. So, yeah, she must have busted a vein, because I haven't bruised that bad from anything, like having blood work done or anything like that in a long time. Well, I don't really go to the hospital much, but I kind of had to last night. But yeah, she just kind of fucked my arm all up. These things happen, I guess. It's the price you pay for knowing that you're okay. That's happened to me before, but women tend to get poked and prodded, giggity, a lot more. Hey, Bobby. Women get needle poked and prodded a lot more than men do, because they have a lot more medical shit going on usually, and they always show more concern than men do. Men tend to brush it off and go, slap some mud on it and go back to work. They're just always trying to pump their testosterone up. I'm a real man. I'll just glue my fingers back on and get back out there in the farm. I'm tired. I'm coming down from trying to recoup from a flu. The last hangout that I did the other night, well, glad to see you on the side. I did the hangout. What night was it? I don't even remember. I don't even know what day it is. I'm so tired. But my days and my nights are all fucked up. I did that hangout, and it ran until, late. And then I didn't, it wasn't a paneled up hangout. It was just a few days ago. And I laid down for a couple of hours. I woke up around noon. I was woken up. I was awakened by this horrible feeling in my stomach. I was starting to get sick, and I don't get sick. And I got sick. And I sat up in the bed, and I thought, oh my God, here we go. Because Aaron had gotten sick with the flu, and he was puking and shitting everywhere. And right behind that, baby Jack got it. He was pitiful. And then I figured Madison would be next, or maybe Doug. Madison, because she deals so directly with the boys, and Doug, because he works outside of the house. And he's around a lot of other folks than me. But no, I got it. Because I dealt with the boys too. And I knew I was in for a ride, but I never threw up the entire flu. So from that hangout, it was, like I say, around noon that I woke up sick. I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink. I would sip a little bit of water every 2 or 3 hours just to keep myself slightly hydrated. Yeah, my friend in North Carolina, her daughter got sick the day after me, and she had to go get her from school. Same thing, but her daughter was throwing up. Everyone that's gotten this flu has thrown up. I did not throw up. I could tell it was trying to happen, and I just refused. I was like, nope, I'm going to breathe it away. I cannot give into this. And Doug would call me every couple of hours, because once I talked to him and told him I'm sick, I texted him. I was like, hey, I'm sick, dude. He was like, you're what? You don't get sick. It's like, no, I've got the flu. I got the real bad chills, so we unpacked our new electric blanket, and Doug took good care of me. He got home from work and he took real good care of me. He went to bed really, really late that night just so I could have a little extra time in the bed without someone else in there. You know, and he would come in there and I'd barely wake up because I'd feel somebody rubbing my head or laying their hand across my chest or across my arm. He was checking to see if I was too hot. And then he would adjust the blanket. Yeah, I can't complain. He took pretty good care of me. My son was the same way. Yeah, Doug takes good care of me. He doesn't want nothing to happen to me. And then yesterday evening, I was feeling a little better. So I got up and started picking up random shit that was in the floor in my room. And I was putting it in a little bag. And I leaned over, and when I stood up, my left arm went completely numb. And it got real heavy. Like it was made of, made of steel instead of bone. And I walked to the hallway and I looked at Doug and I jokingly just kind of made a whiny face. And I was like, my arm's made out of metal. I don't know what's wrong with my arm, but I can't feel it. And it's really super heavy. And then every time I would roll my arm back and forth, I'll just show you real quick. Every time I would do this right here, like that, but with my left arm, it felt like it was on like a swivel. It was really weird. And I told Doug that, you know, and he was like, well, maybe it's nothing. And I went to type in the search engine I was looking up something and I couldn't type. So I thought, oh my God, I'm going to update my status with my fucked up hand. So I updated my status, and then I was like, something's wrong with my hand. I don't know what's wrong with my arm, but it's heavy and it's numb. I can't feel it. It's like I'm toting around another human being's arm. And my friends started immediately saying, you need to call 911 right now. You need to call 911. One of my friends, who's also a YouTube friend, she's been a YouTube friend longer than anybody else on here. And she said, here's a link. You need to check this out and take the test and see if you pass it, you know. And it was these little things. So I passed it all. And then she said, don't ask the internet. Ask the paramedics when they get there. And then another friend that I went to school with way back in the day, she's a Facebook friend too. And she said, that's what happened to me right before I had my stroke. And she's around my age, you know, I went to school with her. So she was in her 30s when she had her stroke. And I said, oh, fuck this. And then I was like, yeah, but Doug doesn't like doing the hospital thing. I didn't want him mad at me. He hates going to hospitals. And then I would have felt like an ass if everything was fine. So I told them, I was like, I don't want him mad at me. And he's got to get up and go to work in the morning. He's working like 6 and 7 days a week right now. So anyway, I'm good now. He comes in the room right after I said that on the comments. Reefer, shh. And he goes, Corey, do you want to go to the hospital? Because my daughter called, my daughter Shane. And the phone line, it got dropped. It was just like the disconnect. She said, hey, I said, hey, and then it was gone. Then she called back and I answered, and all I could hear was this garbled sound. And I waited and I waited and I waited and I kept saying hello. Finally, I hung up and I went to call her back and I couldn't get through. And because she was trying to call me. So then she calls me, finally gets through because we're trying to call each other. And she's in tears. She was like, Mom, I saw your status and I thought you freaking had a heart attack. It sounded like you couldn't make words, and I'm crying. She was bawling her eyes out. Put Dad on the phone. I said, okay. So I put Doug on the phone, and she was like, take my mother to the fucking hospital now. That's why he came in the room. After I handed him my phone, I walked away. He came in the room and said, get in the car. We're going to the hospital. So he took me up there and they took me right back. I got up there and they wanted me to do the automated check-in. Keeps timing you out. But Reefer, what are you chewing up now? God, that dog's always chewing on something. So they wanted me to do the automated check-in on this like touchscreen thing, and I did okay. And I didn't realize I had forgotten anything. and I was confused until I was confronted. Hold on. Reefer. 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 Stop it. Jeez Louise. I didn't realize I'd forgotten anything or that I was confused until I was confronted with having to know things straight away. And I managed my name. I managed my birthday and month, but I skipped the year. And then when it asked my zip code, it didn't ask me my address. It just asked me my zip code. And I couldn't remember my zip code. And right then, because Doug had dropped me off at the door and went to park and was going to come in, right then Doug walked in and I'm standing at that automated thing to check in. And I turned around and looked at him and I was just bawling. And he went, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I was like, "I can't remember our fucking zip code." And his face was like, "What the fuck?" I mean, he didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. I thought I was just really dehydrated. That was one of the things we thought. And the security guy came out there and said, "Ma'am, you just need to finish this." And I was like, I was crying and told him what was going on. So he finished it. He finished it up for me, asked me the questions. Doug answered them. And then they took me on back immediately. I probably sat down for about 40 seconds before they came out with a nurse, and she got me right back there. They checked me immediately for dehydration. I didn't know that's what they were doing at the time. They also checked me. One nurse was checking me for dehydration signs. The other one was doing the test to see if I'd had a stroke. But they did an EKG. While they were hooking me up to that, I said, "It's probably just dehydration, isn't it?" And she said, No, you're not at all dehydrated. If you were dehydrated from this flu, you've hydrated yourself today enough. You're not dehydrated at all." I said, "Well, that's the last thing I wanted to hear." So after the EKG came back fine, they did a CAT scan that came back fine. I had not had a heart attack. I had not had a stroke. They don't know what caused it. They were bothered not by the fact that it was numb and heavy, but that there was no tingling. It was completely numb. There was no tingling, not as it went into that mode or as it came out of that mode. It just was straight numb. And then the feeling came back. There was no in between. And I had something like that when I tried to stop taking antilalolol. They called a stroke code. Yeah, that's why I went. Bobby, that's why I went up there. But so that, that happened last night. Well, night before now. It's after midnight. And it's just been, Doug came home and he was like, "Once we get home, I can get about 4 hours of sleep before I go to work." And he did, and he had to work overtime. And he's got to do it again tomorrow, work overtime. So I left the bedroom early tonight so he could sleep. So I'm healthy. I'm completely healthy. My heart's strong. My brain could use a little help. But I'll live. I'm going to live to annoy everybody another fucking day. I'd never had nothing like that happen before. But yeah, so that's where the bruise came from. I got poked and prodded, and not in a good way. Reefer, please take your old ass to the hallway. Vape is going great. I don't vape very often because, now it's just the nicotine-free thing. I just do it occasionally. One bottle of vape, not the giant bottle, just the regular $12 bottle, will last me 2 weeks because I just don't vape a lot. I vape in the casual way that somebody might knit. Just at the end of the day, if they have the time and they're sitting there and they just grab it and go, same idea. I'm so glad I've managed. throughout between the age of 39 and now, I have gotten off of meat. I've gotten off of soda. Um, I got off of meat, but then the most important thing is in the last year and a half, no, I'm sorry, not year and a half. My God, that was almost 3 years ago. In the last 3 years, I got off of nicotine, cigarettes completely, nicotine, soda, alcohol, most of my dairy. I don't eat much dairy. I eat sour cream, I eat cheeses. I don't do milk. If there's milk in something that I have to cook, of course I'll use it in that. I'm not hardcore strict about it, but it's really rare that I cook anything with, hell, it's really rare that I cook anything. Doug makes all my meals for me. But yeah, I have no monkeys on my back anymore. None, not one. I don't think I really ever did. I just wanted to break free from any chance of it. Because if it had been a monkey on my back, I wouldn't have done it so easily. I wouldn't have broken away from it with such ease. But, you know, the occasional cookie or snack cake when I give the boys a snack and I'm like, I'm going to have one. But I don't really give them snacks that often. That's their mom's deal. But, so yeah, the occasional time that I'll be like, vanilla wafers, you know, but because I'm pretty boring. Vanilla wafers are my favorite cookie, nice and boring. And Neapolitan is my favorite ice cream. Just 3 great flavors. But I like sherbet better. I like that better. But as far as ice cream goes, Neapolitan, nice and boring. What's your favorite ice cream, Bobby? What's your favorite ice cream, Troy? Oh, coffee is a downer. It jacks you up, but then it brings you down. You know, when you come down off of it. The same with like headaches. Don't ever take Excedrin for headaches because the caffeine is what's fixing your headache. And when the caffeine wears off, your headache can rebound 3 times harder. And you find yourself in a cycle of needing the Excedrin. You have to come off of that shit. I did that to my son, not knowing that Excedrin was bad for his headaches. He was 12. And I took him somewhere and the doctor said, what are you using for his headaches? He got migraines that would keep him home from school. And he'd stay in a dark room all day, couldn't even turn on the light. And I'd have to pick him up from school too sometimes. And I told the doctor and he went, no, absolutely not. Never Excedrin again. Do not ever take Excedrin for a headache. Ever. Ever. If that's the only thing in the house to take, don't take it. I was like, wow. And he put my son at 12 years old on blood pressure meds for 30 days. And after 30 days, my son didn't get migraines anymore. So I eat, let's see. Bobby says, coffee is a problem here. I drink it all the time and wonder why I have anxiety. Troy says, I eat whatever has iron in it. I still drink soda, but caffeine free. So yeah, still vape and piss off to people that get trolley. I've been smoking pot, so piss off, LOL. I am low on my iron. That's a problem for me a lot of times when I get my vertigo because I don't eat meat. I need to get my iron somewhere, and I haven't been taking my supplements. Oh, if I get a wild hair, you know, I'll like to add a little something to my ice cream. But for the most part, I'm good with just Neapolitan. It gives me some chocolate, some vanilla, some strawberry. I'm straight. 2 scoops, I'm good. I don't need a cone or nothing. But there's this place here called Brewster's, and it's a walk-up place. You just walk up and get your ice cream. They make it there. All their ice cream is made there. And once in a great while, me and Doug will spring for that fucking money that it cost to go there. Some people make it a regular thing several times a week. These people have way more money than they need. That's insane what it costs to go and get a little ice cream there. But I like their turtle. Their turtle is really amazing. Doug likes their Mississippi mud and their turtle. So like I'll get a turtle He'll get a Mississippi mud and we'll just like take a little bit of each other's. We'll just eat from each of them. Oh God, you should not take Excedrin. I never knew. I really didn't until my son was, well, he's 23 now, so when he was 12. And that came from the advice of a physician in little old Nashville, North Carolina. And he was right. He fixed my son's headaches and nobody else could. He locked it down. One damn trip. Mm. That's the way I used to get too. Bobby used to get the same way. I think pot does wonders, but I can't smoke it. It makes me panic. Now, once I live somewhere where it's legal, I won't panic. Over-the-counter pills equal legal poison. Pot equals illegal and pretty much harmless. Logic, yeah. Political logic, bureaucratic bullshit. Hi, smooth operator with the cool shades on. It's nice when nobody expects drama from my page when I'm doing these. I got 5 viewers, which means no trolls. And that's always a good thing. I'd prefer to have very few real viewers than to have 35 and 25 of them be fucking trolls, you know? Once we decide where we're going to be, which I don't want to leave Florida. I don't. I love it. I love being close to the ocean. But, you know, everything's out of our reach here as far as like to buy just a little piece of land. It's just more than we're willing to spend. I'm going for something way cheaper, but I've got to be close to the ocean. So if we can find a deal to buy a piece of land and pay it off in like 2 years for something really cheap, then we'll stay here. But if we do move, it's probably going to be somewhere where the marijuana is legal or decriminalized or what the fuck ever you want to call it. Reefer, oh my God, my dog won't stop farting and his butthole smells so bad. God. And I put him out right before I started this fucking thing. Poor Beefy. He's such an old boy. Now he gets to where when he walks around sometimes, his hips will go down and his back legs will just start trembling. Mostly it's his left leg. It just shakes and trembles. And he will get up. If I leave my bedroom and step over him at the door, I step over because Doug don't let the dogs in the room, don't let no cats in the room. And I step over him to walk in here just to grab a cup or put a cup in the sink, he will bolt up from his little blanket at my door and follow me. And I'm like, God, I wish you wouldn't do this, buddy. I'm not leaving. Yeah, he was born around the summer of 2000. So he's an old boy. And he's like afraid that I'm going to leave. And he has separation anxiety from me really, really bad. But, yeah, he just turned 16 this summer. Reefer's a good old boy, though. Doug can't stand him because he's jealous of him. He's jealous of my dog. He's a good dog. He would risk his life to save anybody in here. Me, Madison, Doug, or the boys, he'd risk his everything to save us if somebody came in to hurt us. And I told Doug that. I'm like, every time you bitch about him, you better fucking think about it. You know good and well that dog would put himself in the line of fire to save us. Any of us. And y'all are dickheads. Because you're jealous of a fucking dog. He's like, man, I'm sick of that dog. He walks around dribbling pee. Yeah, and I walk around cleaning it up. So what are you bitching about? I clean up after my boo-boo. Ain't that right, beefy cakes? I have to give him his bath, and it hurts him, but he jumps right in the tub for me. Well, kind of climbs, crawls, scampers, I guess. I mean, he just kind of oozes into the tub. He really can't jump, but he gets right in the tub. He loves the way it makes him feel. The warm water helps his joints. I think that's what it is. He loves it. I give him his bath, and when he gets out, he likes to rub down with the towel a lot. It helps his skin. He's got that old dog skin in the back. He's pitiful. Reefer, you good boy? Yeah, dogs, cats, critters of all kind. They love me because I love them. They don't give me any shit. I get no drama out of the animals. They're just loyal and devoted, and they don't judge. What's not to love about an animal, you know, other than they cost a lot of money and you're going to outlive them, which always sucks to have to bury your pet, you know. I don't think he's going to be here for Christmas. I think we're going to have him put down by then. He's in pretty bad shape. He's a big boy, too. I'll take him to the vet, see what they say. See if we can't get him on an anti-inflammatory. Bye, Bobby. Thanks for being here. Have a good night, dear. I wish I was tired enough to go to bed right now. These kittens are getting big. They're so goddamn cute. Yeah, Troy, you don't need a kitty. A couple doors down, one of their cats had 3 orange kittens not that long ago. I caught one and thought about asking if I could have it, but remembered my budget and was like, no, 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 LOL. Yeah. God, I wish everybody your age thought about their budget. You know, I got a relative that doesn't think about their budget. They just blow the money as soon as they get it and then put their hand out for the rest of the week. It's getting exhausting at this point. I don't know how much longer we're going to be here where we're at this trailer park. I just found out today from Perry that we got a new park manager. And as soon as he said that, I bolted right down to the office immediately. I didn't care if it was a woman, man, didn't care. No, I just wanted to meet the new park manager. I wanted to be the one to put myself out there first. And I did. I walked right in there, and it was a woman. I introduced myself. We talked for a while. She expressed that she really liked me. She was like, I really like you. I really like you. And I was like, well, good. We'll get along famously. And things should be okay, but I don't know. It was just one meeting, and everything she does is everything's still up to the owners, and it depends on what kind of people they start renting to. I don't know how much that's going to change. Jerry was really selective. The guy that worked here before, he was really selective. I don't know what's going to happen here, but I'm thinking that by tax time, we're out. We're out. If we need to, we can try to get a small loan somewheres to make up the difference, to get a piece of land and just pay cash. I mean, you can get a plot of land for that's perked already, we're ready to go, for maybe 22 grand for about 3/4 of an acre, and not real close to the ocean though, but that's okay. But Troy says I control all the cash flow here, regardless if it's mine or not. I decide where it all goes. Oh, okay. But, you know, if we have to get land that's not perked and ready yet, uh, we can just get the land for like, we found some for as little as $2,800 for like a half an acre, which isn't bad. I can do a half an acre, and I don't want to do a half an acre. I want more, but you know, and and then just park some RVs on there, and you drill our own well, and then do the solar thing. We're in the perfect state for solar, so that's the plan. But I think it's going to happen at tax time. Wherever we end up, it's going to happen at tax time. I can take or leave my trailer park. Maintenance guy lives here free and hardly works or does the work half-ass. Guess it's good I only pay for land, not a whole trailer that gets poor maintenance. Wow, Troy. Our maintenance guy was the same way. He doesn't work here anymore. He quit. And I should have known when he quit that the rest was going to happen the way it just did today. And the funny thing is, they would not give the guy that was here managing the park, they wouldn't give him a computer for the office. So he had his home computer and his home laptop. And he sat there and told me more than once, but one day he told me, then he told me several other times about how they didn't get him a computer to do his job. He says, so if I leave here, so does my computer and all of their documents, as far as where I have to document who's paid what and all that. It's going too, because it's on my shit. And I told him I didn't blame him. So my concern when I went down there today was that I don't know how many people the manager told that to, but I knew about it. And I was like, shit, they're not going to know who's paid what this last time. And I went down there and I was like, so what's going on? Because you don't have any records of anything. And the lady was like, no, he left. He took everything. I said, well, you know, those were his. She said, yeah, that's what I heard. I said, so, I mean, you know, he did what he had to do with what he had. I don't fault him for it. And based on the terms that he probably quit on, I don't blame him for holding it all hostage either. They can't make him give it up. They knew he was keeping up with all of that on software he bought to keep up with everything on a computer, 2 computers he brought from home. And she said she's using hers as well. I said, don't, I would not eat up my hard drive for that shit. They need to provide that. She said that they're going to. Oh, I've got my receipts. You can believe that shit, boo-boo. Hell, I done bought 3 houses. I know how to keep my receipts. I ain't stupid. Shit. The majority of them got burned up in the fire. Who am I kidding? But I did keep them, you know. I think I might have a few here in the stuff that we brought from the place, but the majority of them were still in there. Things were in such shambles when we last went, the day before the fire. 2 days before the fire is when we went last. Yeah, 2 days before. But the fire was started the day after we left the state. I would keep an electronic log on an external hard drive, but I wouldn't keep it on my actual computer. I'd keep it on an external hard drive or a flash drive or something, you know. I don't want nobody accessing my shit. Oh. So where you been hanging out these days, Troy, now that I don't do banger chats anymore? I got such bad flipping heartburn. See, I hear about the cloud all the time, these clouds, and yeah, I don't trust that shit either. What the fuck does that mean? Other than you have another server storing your shit, right? Yeah, I don't trust that shit either. I keep my shit right to my damn self. just like the good old days when I used to get called in when the streetlights came on. Came home. Streetlights don't fucking come home. Here and there, either on Second Life or one of my other games, when not working on shit. Yeah. Yeah, I don't use the cloud shit. I don't. I spend my time here at the house. I just kind of, I'll post a little on Facebook. But as far as my interactions, and I'll watch videos on here. I'll watch I'll watch my Netflix. I'll watch videos on YouTube. But as far as my interactions, I text with people real time if they want to text me. I mean, and I talk to human beings. It's just, oh wow. And then I'll log on. I don't even use Twitter at all. And I went on there to check on something that was going on with MB. Some shit that happened with her. So I went on to check that, and I noticed that people had been tagging me in drama. So I went ahead and blocked everybody. Today, I went ahead and just blocked them. And I was like, that was easy. I was thinking, I don't even use my Twitter at all. I don't even have Twitter on my phone. I used it on my computer, but not on my phone. I mean, as far as I accessed it to that day on my computer, not on my phone. And just so much drama. No, what is Hell on Wheels? Hi, Marley P. Yeah, I text the same old folks every time, I text a lot of people here and there and just say good morning. I've quit sending out my morning text, my daily text. I don't know. I'm pulling away, I think. I'm really pulling away because it's just the negatives are starting to they started to outweigh the positives over 2 or 3 people. So I just thought, it's not worth it. It just isn't worth it. Why would you log on to something that's just going to constantly be a battle? It's just, ugh, no thank you. And I started to really enjoy, during my break, I started to really enjoy, yeah, Troy, it's not that you're not getting my text specifically. Nobody is. I'm always the one trying to give somebody a funny thought for the day, or, an inspirational or a motivational quote, or just a funny thing that happened. And sometimes I just need it instead. I run out of them because I don't get any. So I'm like, yeah, I need that myself today. I don't have it in me. So I just don't have it in me. Some days I do, some days I don't. Just pulling away. I'd rather just post my videos now and then and do this right here. This works for me. I've never heard of Hell on Wheels. I'm sure I haven't. Oh, that sounds good. Hell on Wheels is a series on the crazy cowboy fucks that built the railroad across America. Is Hell on Wheels a Netflix show? Kind of like Orange is the New Black? Because if so, I know it's going to be good, because Netflix is fucking amazing about producing good shows. I'll be right back. I need to go locate the Pepto-Bismol. Shit. Pray for you to not have to follow me everywhere. Seriously, son. Here's your water. Here's your water. Okay, I'm sorry. Because this shit right here does coat, soothe, and relieve. Oh, that's right. I couldn't remember who you were. Hey, baby. What's up, boo-boo? I knew I remembered that name from somewhere. You started to use that name right before I quit coming around so often on the tube. I know, right? Him drinking that water. He drinks a ton of water. It's a really bad sign, too. It's a really bad sign. Oh, man. And now I can't get the motherfucking bottle open. Are you kidding me? I got it. Whew. I'm looking to get a microphone. Troy, I need a good microphone that makes my voice sound like really more focused and awesome. I can't believe you can hear the dog drinking. No, not really, Troy. I'll explain further when I can talk to you privately. Here, I'll just text this to you real quick. And then you'll understand. Marley P, I want to get a good mic and put it in one of those fancy mic holders, only I want to make my holder out of coat hangers. I know that I like that one, that Blue Yeti or something it's called. My son's got one and he loves it and it sounds so good. But then there's this other chick that I heard on YouTube, and I can't remember what her name was, but she had a Samsung something or other and hers sounded even better. I liked hers better than the other one, but it was $106 and I wasn't trying to spend that kind of money. No, can't do it. Oh my goodness. That does coat, soothe, and relieve, I'll tell you. I'm still trying to recoup from that flu. It has fucked my stomach slam up. I never have cash to burn these days. You know that. Got these babies to take care of and feed. I'm going to tell you what, groceries is killing our asses. Grocery, you can't even afford to eat anymore, man. It's ridiculous. Yeah, the Blue Yeti. Dave has got that. Dave's got that same one, and my son's got it. My son got his a while back. I saw this other one that you can make it, it's like a surround mic, like all the way around will record. It'll pick up, and then you can switch it so that it only picks up from the back, and then switch it, and it only picks up from the front. And I can't remember what it's called. Ooh. I can't believe, though, that you could hear that dog drinking on this webcam microphone from across the room. He was in the other end of the room there. That's funny. Oh, I got full stereo mic, but haven't really tested it yet. Cool. Hi, Martha. Sup, hookers. Oh my God, Reefer, if I swear I'm gonna put a cork in your ass. Dude, stop with the farts. I'm never gonna recover from this flu if he doesn't stop all that tooting and pooting. God. I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich today and really didn't. I shouldn't have. It didn't go well. I started getting bad stomach stabbing feelings within 20 minutes. It was bad. I'm just scared to friggin' eat between the cost of food and the outrageous rent we paid for this piece of shit trailer. Oh, as soon as I get my papers all squared away for my ID, which I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I got a great job waiting for me. I will completely get that job. I completely pass a background check, everything. Got a good job. $15 an hour. I can do that. Work all the hours I want. Oh. I'm gonna send you a picture, Troy, on text. Oh my God, it's so adorable. I'll check it out. Let me see. I'm gonna send you this picture, Troy. You're gonna love this. This is adorable. Oh, come on. How good can it be at $10.66? Seriously. I can spring for a little bit more than that, I would hope. Come on, you motherfucker. Jeezums Louisums, yo. I'm trying to send you this picture. It's adorable. You're welcome. Oh shit, I didn't type your name in. Oops. How adorable is that right there? Oh, my limit would probably be around. Now, see, I saw a blue Yeti for sale in my area on Craigslist, and they only wanted $60 for it. And I was like, oh my God, I want it so bad. So $60, $75 I can do. I can't do it this week. That's for damn sure. But next week I might. I might. I mean, it's not like I'm splurging. I need a goddamn mic. What? What? Did you get the text, Troy? Did you get it? I definitely don't live too good. That's for sure. I mean, we live good enough. That's a definite. We live good enough. I'm not complaining. Everybody wishes it was a little easier. But, family takes care of family. That's what you do, and that's what we're doing. It makes things a little snug around the edges every month. There's really not a whole lot. We can save a little, but we're not able to save a lot. But anybody that's ever been there for family knows what I'm talking about. It looks like I'm going to have to drive back to North Carolina and get my ID, because they'll give me my ID because I'm on file there. Get my ID, and that'll be the start for me to wait a minute, let me copy this. That'll be my start to get my birth certificate and all that stuff, because eBay dot paste. Okay. Yeah, but what brand is it? I mean, I don't want to go get some made in China shit that, I mean, what's the brand? Let me see. Yeah, if I'm dropping money like that, I gotta have a name. I ain't trying to be picky. I gotta have a name. I'm not doing so well that I can just buy mic after mic after mic and just be like, maybe this one. It's gotta have a name. I want to see some reviews on YouTube, but I can't do that if I can't look the damn thing up. I do know my dash cam is amazing, and it's really, I think it was called Blue Sky. That was the brand. But anyway, GWH1, I believe, was the, hold on, eblay.clam. GW dash cam. G, or is it W? G, no. GW. The hell was the, see, I'm getting angry. I really want that, because I have it saved, but it's a good dash cam. It's a really good dash cam. I've used some of the dash cam footage on one of my videos before. It's really good. I thought about buying a couple of them and doing giveaways on my channel with them. Not right now, but sometime after the holidays. That's what I was thinking about doing. And yeah, the Blue Yeti is the one my son's got. I know I like that one. I know for sure I like it. Oh. The Blue Yeti I know is a good. The Snowball I've seen as well. I saw a review on that one, the Snowball one, and they didn't like it as much. And I didn't like the comparison, the Snowball one. But the Blue Yeti or that Samsung one, if I could just remember who the fuck that person was that was doing it was a young girl, and it sounded great. It sounded so good. I just can't remember who that person was. And she had it in the description, the mic that I use, and it had the name of it. Yeah, my son likes his too. Martha, he loves his. But my son, he's the type like a lot of these YouTubers are. He'll spend $120 on a freaking mouse, you know, which is ridiculous. But yeah, and he'll spend $200 on a keyboard. Right, Troy. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, they had one here for 60. I saw one for 80. These were on Craigslist. Let me see. Might be some on there now in my area. Oh, Yeti. 110. There's one for 75. In my area. It's in the Arlington area. I'm in the Arlington area. I need to get that. Here's one for 60. Here's one for 80. Blue Yetis. Here's the blue Nessie for 75. That's in Daytona. I'm not driving to Daytona for that. But yes, 75 bucks. A yes. Oh, like the flight simulator thing. My dad used to be into that shit because he used to really fly planes. He was only a couple hours away from getting his shit done to fly solo. And then my mom bitched and whined and he stopped. She's such a monster. I mean, I remember going with him to the little private airport while he did his classes, and I'd walk around and look at all the planes in the hangars and out the field, and talking to the people that were out there taking care of their planes while I waited for my dad to finish his classes. And he was just about there to be able to fly his own, on his own, and just rent a plane and fly on his own. And my mom just like one night just fucking lost her shit about it. Like one of them, what about me? What about me? And he just never went back. And that was always a real big dream for him. And he just never touched the idea again. And then when he got old, he bought a whole simulator setup. And he would sit in his computer room and fake fly. And I hated her every time I saw him doing that. I rarely played flight sims. I used it for pawning noobs in Battlefield. Oh my god. Sony C800G Pack Studio Condenser Microphone by Sony. $9,990 on Amazon. I'm going to run get me 3 of those, Marley. I'll give them away on my channel. Yeah, that's going to happen. No, it's not. It's really not. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I don't do gaming. My record is 69 to 1 KD ratio in a jet in that game. Yeah. I never, that is a crazy amount to pay for a mic. Yes, it is. I guess it's a boom mic they're using in the studio. The fuck, man. I'm gonna Google that fucker right there. Hold on. That's insanity. Paste. That is so dumb. Vintage. It's vintage? Well, that might be why it's so high. Wow. I know a lot of vintage electronics, they go for crazy amounts. I guess that goes for microphones as well. My dad had one of those standalone microphones when I was a kid. Oh, kills to deaths is KD. Okay. So your kill to death ratio Oh, wow. So you killed 69 people and you only died once in one round. Very nice, Martha. I'm more of a lexicon person. I play lexicon. Well, I haven't played video games or like computer games in forever. Um, but I used to go on Pogo. I used to enjoy Pogo um, for the chat while you play. And then I got to where I would play the games alone and cut off the chat so I didn't have to talk to people. And I just didn't want to talk to people. I was like, I don't want to fucking know you. I just want to play this game. And then uh, I liked lexicon, any kind of word games, any kind of word games. I love them. I need to get back into that. That was a lot of fun to me. That and reading. I still haven't gotten a book since the last hangout because I've been sick. I haven't really been anywhere, done anything. I bought Civ 6 today. I don't know what that is, but I'm guessing Troy would know. There goes $80 and weeks of my life. See, my dad plays all that kind of stuff. Or he did. I don't know if he still does. I haven't talked to my dad in a couple years. Troy, did you get that picture that I sent you? Oh, oh my goodness. I think I'm getting tired. Motherfuck. Yes, I think I'm getting tired. How'd you get it twice? That's weird. It shows me that it sent once. And I only sent it once. Oh, my texts are being really fucking stupid. Let me check that again. You should have only gotten it once. Yeah, it showed that you got it one time. Look, see? Shows once. One kitty pick. I like playing Yahtzee. I like, the dice games. I like the card games, like the poker, and I like gin. I love canasta. Love canasta. Very fun. And the goal for the player is to lead their fledgling civilization from an early settlement through many millennia to become a world power and achieve one of several victory conditions. See, that's how our governments keep us occupied. They have us doing it in computers so we don't try that shit in real life. Through military power, technology superiority, or diplomatic leadership over the other human and computer-controlled opponents. Very cool. Did you write the description on that box when they marketed that game or what? Sounds like you're on the payroll, bitch. How's Diesel? I don't play chess with anybody but my dad, and I never liked Risk. Ever. You copied and pasted that from Wiki? That's funny. Cool. Well, when you see him in the AM, tell him that Corey says hello. It didn't come through. I'm going to have to give it a minute, Troy. It didn't come through. Whatever you sent me. Better not be a dick pic. That would be funny. I'd be like, bitch, you lost your mind. That's funny. Oh my goodness. I think I'm getting tired now, finally. Oh, you sent a screen cap. Oh. See if it's there yet, because it wasn't showing up. No, it's not showing up. I don't know. Hold on. These babies. Oh my God. Oh my God, Troy. Hold on. Oh, I'm gonna try to do a banger this weekend. I'm gonna try to do one Friday night at the behest of one of the YouTubers that said, please do a banger. And I'm like, oh my God, I'll do a banger. But it ain't gonna be a habit because I'm enjoying life. It's just so fun. Move your hand away from that kitty's face. I'm trying to take a picture. Move your big melon head. Kitty girl, don't mess with the babies. Let them sleep so I can get a cute picture. Why do you got to fuck with everything? All right, get up. Go away. You're being a whore. That's right. I called you a whore. Oh my God, Troy. You're going to shit a brick when you see this. This is so adorable. Yeah, I just, Martha, I took a little bit of a break and I really enjoyed it. And I thought, wow, I don't even want to do a banger chat. I'm enjoying this, I discovered, life. Aw, I love you guys. Y'all are great. You're both amazing, awesome people. Yes, y'all know y'all are some of my favoriteest people on the tube. I just, I just enjoy just, going for a walk to the little store up here, or going for a walk around the block, or just sitting and talking to my daughter, playing with the boys, talking with Doug. I don't know. I'm sure I can handle it until I moved away from Indiana the first time. I always had cats and kittens. These kittens are adorable. Very adorable, Troy. You're going to fucking love this. They're so cute. And they're both little girls. And this bitch is over here waking them up. See how she do? That's how she do. That's how she rolls. See how she do? This bitch right here. Oh my God, these kittens are so cute. My stomach hurts from looking at how adorable they are. I'm going to do a little video because this is freaking retarded how adorable they are. I'll put this in one of my mashups. Why are you getting so rough with these children? I'm going to be needing you to stop doing that now. What a bitch. I would turn the recorder, the cam around. But every time I fuck with my cam, the webcam, it fucks up. Every time I move it or anything. Yeah, that's what I used to say. And once this one's gone, that's it for me. But I'm that kind of person that can't live without a critter. I cannot. I think might get me a couple of rats. I think about getting a couple of rats. Yeah, these babies, well, it's on, I think it's on this channel, or it might be on the Banger chat, when they were first born. So I don't know when that was. I have no clue. I haven't kept up. I'm working on increasing my multiple personalities on YouTube. I swear to God, you better not fucking troll me. Please, man, just don't be mean to me. If I find out that I got hatefully trolled and it was you, I'm going to be pissed. I'm not kidding you. Jeff, I'm serious. Oh, that's lovely, Martha. Oh my God. I used to get my rats from the feeder tank at the pet store and rescue them and make them my pet. They were the best little pets, I swear. And then they turned out to be the best medium-sized pets. They got really fat because I spoiled the shit out of them. Oh my God, these kittens are so cute. But they can't stay. They cannot stay. So it's just about time to list them to get some homes ready for them. Which is not going to be easy because they're nice and boring. They're tabbies. Nobody wants a tabby. I saved my rats. I even saved a mama rat from the feeder tank. They said she's due in about 3 days, and they're just going to sell the pinkies for food. And I went, oh my God. She said, you can just get that one. And I was like, for the same price as one that's not pregnant? She said, yeah. So I got the white rat with the pink eyes, and it wasn't even 3 days after I got her. She had 18 babies. So I had 19 baby rats. All of them were white with red eyes or pink eyes or whatever. Heartburn's back. That was quick. I love tabbies, but mostly orange ones. Then I can name them after cheese. LOL. Martha says, I'll still have critters. I'll have a little dog or maybe some nice fish. Yes, fish are nice and affectionate. Marley says Mr. McDougal has been over pestering Amanda. Oh, really? Oh, Amanda's on. Oh, is Amanda on now? Oh, I'm sure Brian's got all the viewers right now. My chats are nice and calm. Can't expect anything, too drastic to happen. Nice and drama-free. I like it like that. Martha says, to cat hair. She has allergies to cat hair in my food, on my clothes, in my eyes, etc., etc., etc. Yeah. Yeah, I brought my daughter home from the hospital. She went for her 6-week checkup, and the doctor noticed her eyes were a little puffy. And he said, she's got an allergy to cats. Well, I had a cat that lived with us, me and Doug. I was 19. Was I 19? Yes, I was 19 at the time still. And I'd had that cat for like so long. That's my baby. And you're allergic to kids too. That's a good one. But anyway, he said that, and then I went out to my mom's car, and we were coming back, and she said, so what'd the doctor say? Is she okay? I was like, oh yeah, she's fine, but he said her eyes are a little bit red, so she must have an allergy to cats, and I need to get rid of my cat. So we got inside, and I sat her car seat down. Now, she was 6 weeks old. I've always been a believer in building up your own body resistance kind of thing. And I sat her little car seat down, and I picked up my cat, because my cat would like lay on across her little legs and sleep, That was like his baby. He was like, oh, look, a new pet for me. And I rubbed the cat on her face. And my mom went, what the hell are you doing? He just said she had an allergy, Corey. I said, she won't after this. And she got all puffy for like 6 days. It took about 6 days for the runny nose and the puffiness to go away. And she never had another allergy as long as she lived. And she's 26 now. I just had to watch her like a hawk for 6 days. I figured if you make it for the first 24 to 48 hours, you're good. And that's what happened. She was really bad for the first 12 hours. After that, it was just mild. Up to the 6-day mark, she was fine. After that, never had another allergy. So That doctor just told me what I needed to do to make my baby stronger. And that's what I did. Best photo I can find on my laptop, but that's the last kitten I took of her. The last kitten, I think you meant the last picture. Took it away from the owners at the time because of bad fleas and clearly was sick. It's hard to, if fleas are bad, you know, like that time of year kind of bad thing. On a kitten, I have gone as far as to shave a kitten everywhere but the top of their head. Literally, their ears and their head I didn't shave to get fleas under control. I've lost kittens to anemia because the fleas were so bad. We had one year where the fleas were just horrific. There was nothing I could do. We bathed them. We did everything. And we lost 2 of 4. But, you know, these things, they happen. You can do what you can do. And I knew what I was doing, but you can only do so much. That is an adorable kitten. At the very moment I looked at that kitten, Reefer farted. How awesome. Oh my God. Cute kitten. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Oh, I thought you said the last kitten I took of her. See, I'm not even reading it right. The last kitten I took care of. Okay. Oh my God, I just breathed through my fucking mouth and tasted the dog's fart. Oh my God. Yeah, that's what happened with these kittens. I was giving these kittens subcutaneous fluids and stuff. 2 of them just didn't pull through. This was from a stray cat that we got, and she was already a really sick cat. Fleas didn't help the matter, and it seemed like no matter what we did, you know, the fleas just right back again, and I could never get them right. It might not have been the fleas that finally did them in. The mother was really sick. I mean, she had the kittens like a week after we got her off the street. The kitten's gums were almost pure white. Bought it some liver. It pigged out. Wanted to boost its iron levels before giving it a shampoo bath. Actually, that you think that's funny, Marley P, about vacuuming the fleas off of a cat, but you can make the effort. You can try. I mean, when it gets so bad, you could make that effort. Yes, you could. It could not hurt. So long as you had a small, like a hand vac, and you had it on the lowest possible setting, and the kitten wasn't incredibly small, you know, because you don't want to like give it a little heart attack or anything. That's pretty loud. But I vacuumed my dog once because he wouldn't get off the floor and he was in the way. And he just like came up yapping at me because I freaked him out, but he should have moved. That's right. That's how you get him out of the carpet. Well, what I like to do is use that carpet sprinkle that's for fleas. Well, I don't have to worry about it now because I don't do the rescue anymore. But when I did the rescue and I had carpet in, because, you know, at first we had carpet in, we had to get rid of that and put hard floors in, which we did. We had carpet in, and I would put the carpet sprinkles down for fleas. And it's designed for your floors and to kill the fleas. So I don't see where the difference is. You put the flea powder on your pet, and then you vacuum the fleas off. I recommend a flea comb, though. I used a lot of flea combs in my days of doing the rescue. The best thing that I have found to get the fleas is a little tray of water, preferably hot water, really hot water. And I put a little bit of lemon juice in it and a little bit of lemon dish soap in the water. You don't want it too terribly deep. And then put a desk light over it, like set it on the floor the whole thing on the floor, cut off the light, and just leave that one light on, cut off everything else, go to bed. And in the morning, that tray of water will be slammed full of fleas. I've done that, and it actually fucking worked. All them fleas went right for that heat and right for the light. They loved it. Yeah, I don't like fleas either. They don't really bother me anymore because I've done it, the animal thing, for so long. They like, yeah, move along, guys. You're not going to fuck with her. She's used to us. So the fleas, they don't even bite me. I don't have any problems with them. Then again, if you put garlic in your diet, the fleas will avoid you a lot easier. They'll just like, they don't want to be around you. My sister has to take garlic. She has no choice. She has to take the garlic pills because she gets like completely raped by fleas. Same fleas done bug me really at all. I know how to deal with them if need be. Yeah. So I started giving my dogs garlic, and it did help. But when you've got all the animals like I had, dogs and cats, get kind of expensive. And you don't want to have to shove a garlic pill down your pet's throat once a week. It kind of feels shitty, you know? And for some of them animals, a couple times a week. I didn't do the cats as much as I did the dogs with that, because the cats kind of enjoyed the flea comb. They really did. A lot of folks go, why didn't you put them on flea control? And I'm like, bitch, at any one time, I could have up to 20 or 29 cats, and I'd have as many as 15 dogs all at one time. I didn't have the money to put all of those animals on flea control. People just aren't realistic, you know? No, garlic powder in the water would make them stay away from the water. They don't like the garlic. That's why when you take garlic for about a week, they won't even bite you. They don't want nothing to do with you. You want them to go to the water. You want them to get trapped in that. The water's a trap. Some people like to use the sticky sheets, but no. I just give me the water. It doesn't cost anything the way that I want to do it. Just hot water in a little tray, like an old cake pan or something. And make sure that the desk light is angled directly over top of it, facing the water, directly down. And it actually works. Oh, the dog's drinking water. I don't think the dog would drink it. I thought you meant in the water for the trick. Yeah, but if y'all want to try that trick, let me know how it works for you, because it worked for me many times. We've had no trouble with fleas here. I've been very fortunate, no trouble with fleas. Haven't had to do any flea treatments, nothing. It's been perfectly fine. Haven't had to flea treat the house, nothing. Which I'm shocked. Usually in sandy areas, the fleas are pretty bad. And in the summer, you know. I've never tried to give a pet water with garlic in it. I'm just saying, I don't know if they'd like it. I guess you could try anything you wanted to. Ooh. Hmm. Oh my goodness. I'm reading Brian's side chat. There's talk of jealousy. Hmm. All right. Not even interested. Okay. Do not try to put cat in shower. Oh, Troy, you tried that. You tried not the shower. That was Marley P. Troy, you tried the garlic in the dog's water? Interesting. Oh. Well, it's I'll have to try that for my kitty girl here, my daughter's cat that I got. It's almost 3:45, so I'm gonna get off here and go take me a shower and get some sleep. Uh, I'm gonna probably try to do a hangout Friday night. I don't think it's gonna be an 8-hour hangout. I'm just not that into it. But I'll do a banger chat. Not a hangout on this channel, but a banger chat on Friday night. Um, Good night, Jeffy. Good night, Troy. Good night, Martha. Good night, everyone else that's watching. And good night, John Boy. Night night.